boys and girls. I hope you had a chance to enjoy the sunshine today outside, even though it was a little windy. It was sure nice to get outside. I am going to be reading to you a little bit about chicks today as our nonfiction book because we've been learning a lot about chicks during the incubation of our eggs. So before we begin, I have some vocabulary words I want to share with you first. You're going to hear these special words inside the book. So what I want you to do is be a really good listener. When you hear one of these words, you're going to give a thumb up. Okay? So let's first go over some of the words I have. And I made flashcards, and I'll hang them up behind me as I read them to you. And then you'll see them as we read. And whenever you hear one of those words, put your thumb up. Okay? So the first word I want to talk to you about is the nest. I think all of you know what this is, right? It's the place that's built by the birds as their home. It's a place where they rear their young, so keep their young. And I bet you know some of the things that the birds use to make their nest. So hens and chickens, they use nests too for their eggs. It's a hollow place. So I'm going to hang this up right behind me. You can see that nest. The next word I want to talk to you about is a word you might not have heard before, brooding. So the hen looks after its eggs and keeps them warm. And sometimes you might have heard people refer to the hens as brooder hens. Then we have the egg. We know what the egg is. It contains the baby bird inside, right? Then we have a new word to some of you might be albumin. That's the white part, the liquid part of the egg, and it's inside the egg, and that part surrounds the chick. So if you've ever made eggs in the morning for breakfast, that white liquid part is called the albumin. It's important. It's also used to help protect the embryo. All right, and then you know what this is. That's the yolk. It's the yellow part on the inside of the egg, and that's actually used by the food, that's used as the food by the growing chick. It's pretty neat. So that yolk will start to disappear in some of the photos that I'll be sending you about the chick development. As more days go by and they're about to hatch, you'll notice the yolk is disappearing. That's because they're eating it, and they're using it to help grow. The next word I want to share with you is embryo. You've heard me talk about this for some of our videos on Seesaw. It's the early stage of a young animal before it can move and before it resembles its parents. So, we have the embryo up here. And then we have the shell. The shell is the hard covering of the egg that protects the growing chick inside, protects the embryo. And then you've heard me talk about this one before, egg tooth. It's the tiny tooth-like point on the tip of the newborn chick, on the tip of their beak. So they use that to break through their shell. You remember me talking about that? That's the egg tooth. And then we have the bright red crest on top of the chicken's head is called the comb. That's also visible in some of our development right now. Two more. We have the feathers, and we know what those are. The soft, light, colorful covering of a bird, right? So the chicks will have some really soft feathers when they're born called down. And then as they get older, those feathers become a little bit more coarse. And the last word is cheeping. We know what that is, right? It's the noise made by the chicks to let their mom know where they are. So cheeping, we'll put that one right here. So here are all the words you're going to hear today in this story. If you hear one of those words, remember to give a thumb up. Here we go. From egg to chicken. The hen lays her eggs in the nest. She lays several eggs at a time. Each egg holds and protects a baby bird. The egg also contains yolk, which provides food for the young chick. Alrighty, did you hear some of those words? At first, the young chick is just a tiny dot called an embryo. As the embryo grows, it begins to look like a bird. The embryo lies in albumin, a jelly-like substance which is soft and warm. An air space is in the egg at one end of the egg, and that allows the chick to breathe. Here's the embryo, the albumin, and the yolk. The hen is a good mother. She keeps her eggs safe and warm by sitting on them. She surrounds them with her soft feathers. This is called brooding. Every now and then the mother hen turns the eggs to keep them warm all over. And that's exactly what we have to do. We have to turn the eggs 3 times a day in the incubator to act like the mother hen. Hens need to protect their eggs. Birds, foxes, lizards, and snakes, and humans all like to eat eggs. To get at the food inside, some animals bite and peck at the eggshell. Others smash it with stones. So there's one of the predators right there, the fox. After 21 days, the baby chick inside the egg starts to make a cheeping noise. This lets the mother hen know that her chick will hatch soon. Then the eggshell begins to crack. So there's some straw, and the eggshell cracks open. And do you remember what they used to crack open that eggshell? That's right, the egg tooth. Here it is talking about it. The chick uses an egg tooth, a sharp part on its beak, to break out of the eggshell. When it first hatches, the chick is wet all over, but soon it dries out and looks like a fluffy yellow ball. The hen scratches around for food. The chicks follow her. Older chicks are more brave, but they still stay near their mother. Chicks make a cheeping noise so that their mother Aloud always knows where they are. As the chick gets older, new feathers grow. In a few months, the chick will look like its mother or father. A female chicken is ready to lay her first eggs when she is about 25 years old. This type of chicken is called a bantam. It has a bright red comb on its head. Okay, so at the end of the story, there are some chicken facts and another page that shows some of the words I talked to you about. So I will be sending a photograph of some more chicken facts to go along with this read aloud. I hope you enjoyed it today, and I wore my special chick earrings because we're reading a book about chicks. I'll probably wear them again when they hatch. All right, friends, have a great afternoon, and I will see you again soon. Bye.